For problem 32, I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you could graph this line. I think probably one of the easiest ways to do this would be just to go ahead and solve for y by subtracting 5x from both sides. If you don't remember how to do this, go ahead and watch my video for problem number 26. But subtracting 5x from both sides, we get negative 5x minus 4. Dividing both sides by negative 2, we get 5 halves x and then plus 2. So we see we have a slope of 5 halves and a y-intercept of 2. And anytime you can get those two pieces of information, then just plot the y-intercept here. You know that the line goes through the y-axis at y equals 2, so you can put a dot right there. And then from that point, you can use the slope to find another point on the line. So we know, since the slope is 5 halves, we know we can, from any point, we can go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1, 2, and we get another point on the line, and that's all you need. You only need 2 points to draw a line. If you draw a line through those 2 points, you could find an infinite number of other points on the line. They're still going to be on that line, and that line's still going to look like that. So that's probably the easiest way to do it. You could make it a little bit more difficult for yourself and pick values of x and y. In this particular situation, you have a little bit more work to do perhaps, but maybe you'd like it like this. Maybe if you just pick 0, then you get an equation that you have to solve for y, and if you divide both sides by negative 2, then you get y equals 2. So you get the ordered pair. Let me write this so you can see it. You get the ordered pair 0, 2, because when x is 0, y is 2. So that's an ordered pair. That ordered pair is a point on the line. You could also choose, since it's a line, you could choose a value for y. You can choose y equals 0. And if you choose y equals 0, you would get an equation involving x, and when you solve that equation, you would find where the line actually crosses the x-axis. So when y is 0, we have an x-intercept, and you get the equation 5x equals negative 4, and then when you divide both sides by 5, you get x equals negative 4/5. So if you were to plot 0, 2, oh, by the way, let me write that down. If y is 0 and x is negative 4/5, that means that we have an ordered pair, negative 4/5 comma 0, and that ordered pair is actually a point on the line. And where would that be? Well, if you look at this graph, we're just going to call that point right there negative 4/5 comma 0, the ordered pair, or the coordinates of that one point right there. So if you initially, if you drew the graph of this function using the finding 2 points method, in fact this would be even more specific than that. This is finding the intercepts method. This is the y-intercept here, this is the x-intercept, so you can always pick values of x and y to be 0, finding the corresponding intercepts, and you can graph a line that way. So those would be my 2 favorite ways to draw the graph of a line.